The Little Ghost Who Loved Cake. In a hush of silver moonlight, Little Ghost floated through cozy hollow with a happy wiggle. Little Ghost could not taste cakes, but oh, the smells made the tiny glow brighter. Cake smelled like giggles and warm hugs, sugar, vanilla, and tiny cinnamon secrets. Every night Little Ghost peeked in Greta the Cat Baker's window to watch frosting whirl and eggs and flour dance. Greta hummed soft tunes while bowls spun, and Little Ghost clapped its little ghostly hands, delighted by each plop and swirl. Greta always left her bakery window just a tiny bit open so the sweetest smells could float out to the street. Little Ghost loved to ride those smells like a kite. One evening, a soft bell rang outside the bakery door. Wibble the mouse scurried in with bright whiskers and a squeaky hello. Wibble loved crumbs and stories. Together, Wibble and Little Ghost watched Greta roll a big cake batter into tall pans. Little Ghost blinked with joy as the cake puffed up like a fluffy cloud. One night, a town notice fluttered by the bakery door. Cozy Hollow was planning a moonlight picnic for all the neighbors. "We need a very special cake," cried Wibble, eyes wide with crumbs of excitement. Little Ghost wiggled and twinkled. "I can help," thought Little Ghost, though friends knew it could not nibble a single bite. Little Ghost wanted nothing more than to make the picnic perfect for everyone, so it decided to be the helper with the brightest glow. Greta smiled and said, "We'll bake a birthday cake big as the hill." She opened a jar of sprinkles that sparkled like tiny fireworks. Little Ghost floated close, feeling proud but puzzled. "How can I help?" it asked in a whisper that sounded like a soft bell. Greta tapped a paw to her apron. "You can do what you do best, light the candles with your glow, and tell gentle jokes if any candles feel shy." Little Ghost beamed a tiny, ghostly grin. The day of the picnic arrived with the moon smiling wide. Friends carried the soft red and white checkered blanket to the hill. Greta rolled the big birthday cake onto the blanket, frosting it into clouds of white and painting stripes of rainbow inside. Little Ghost floated above and watched every ribbon of icing. Wibble danced with a tiny spoon and tried a crumb with a happy squeak. Even though Little Ghost could not taste, it felt the friends' joy bubble up like the best kind of fizz inside its glow. When Greta lifted the cake to set sugar candle stars on top, the tiniest candle refused to stay lit. "Oh dear," Greta whispered. The friends huddled close. Little Ghost floated forward and blew the gentlest of gusts that glowed warm, not a wind that would blow out candles, but a glow that made tiny flames feel brave. Each candle flickered awake, shining like a row of tiny moons. The birthday cake seemed to sigh in delight, dusted with sparkles that danced like fireflies. As everyone cheered, a sprinkle storm began not from the sky, but from Wibble's clumsy spill of the jar. Sprinkles hopped and twinkled across the blanket like confetti. Little Ghost laughed with a tinkling sound that made the sprinkles shimmer different colors. "A sprinkle dance," Greta sang, twirling a spatula. Little Ghost fluttered through the dancing sprinkles, feeling like it could taste color itself when friends smiled. The air smelled even sweeter now, with cinnamon and moon sugar that made tiny hearts skip. Just then, a little kitten from down the lane arrived late and timidly asked if there was room at the picnic. Her name was Minka and her whiskers trembled. Greta scooped her into a warm paw and said, "There's always room for one more." Little Ghost drifted nearer and wrapped a friendly glow around Minka like a soft blanket. Minka's eyes sparkled, and she purred like a little bell. Everyone at the picnic felt cozy and full of kindness, the sort of sweet that tastes like friendship. After singing a merry song, Greta carefully cut a slice of the birthday cake for each friend. Wibble nibbled, Minka purred, and Greta savored a spoonful with closed eyes. Little Ghost drifted through the feast, collecting tiny crumbs of laughter and storing them in its glow. When a shy cloud drifted over the moon, the candle flames wavered, but Little Ghost flared a little brighter, and the light came back. "Thank you," Greta said softly. "Your glow keeps the magic alive." At the end of the night, everyone lay on their backs looking up at the friendly silver moon. Little Ghost felt a warm, new feeling settle inside. Sharing made its glow feel fuller than any cake could. The moon winked as if to say, "Well done." Greta tucked the last crumbs into a tiny bag for Wibble and gave Little Ghost a flour-dusted kiss on the forehead. Wibble whispered a secret recipe for midnight muffins. They all promised to bake, share, and make picnics together again. Little Ghost drifted home that night with pockets full of laughter and a glow that hummed like a small bell. Though it never ate cake, the memory of frosting clouds and candlelight wrapped around it like a warm scarf. Under the silver moon, Little Ghost dreamed of sprinkles that sang and candles that told jokes. Every night after, Little Ghost visited Greta's window to watch new cakes rise and new friends arrive, knowing that the best flavors were kindness and shared smiles.